Starting out, I'm going to be brushing out my eyebrows so that I can lay them down with glue. I use a washable glue stick in the purple color. That was the only one that I could find at my Walmart, but actually made it a lot easier because I could see exactly where I was going. So I'm brushing the hairs in either direction to make sure that all the hairs are evenly coated, and then I'm going to go through with my spoolie and also kind of brush back and forth so that I make sure that the glue is distributed so that everything sticks to my skin perfectly. Front of my brows always like to give me a fit, so here I am just adding a little bit more glue and really just making sure that they are going to stay in place like I want them to. Once they were dry to the touch, I went ahead and added another layer. I did this a couple times just to make sure that there was a nice coating over them, and then I powdered it so that there was no sticky residue left. Now I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape and really just blocking out my brows even further. This is going to help to make it so that you can't see the darkness of your brows, especially if you're a dark brunette like I am. This helps a lot. So I did do a couple layers of this. I kind of kept adding more and more because, as you can see, I still could see my brows through the Shape Tape. Going in with a darker foundation to match my bronzed body, I'm taking a L'Oreal Beauty Blender-esque type sponge and just packing on this foundation. I was careful around my brows because I didn't want the moisture to lift up the glue that I laid down, and here I am adding more Shape Tape. Surprise, surprise. Taking that same concealer, I'm going to brighten up underneath of my eyes as well as cover up any little blemishes and making sure that my skin looks just flawless all over. Going in with a bronzer, I'm going to warm up my face, on my cheeks, and on my forehead. Everything that I'm using will be down in the description bar below, so check that out if you have any questions about what I'm using. And wow, more Shape Tape. Then I took some pressed powder and made sure that they were blocked out even further. Now I'm going to go in with my eyes. This palette is from BH Cosmetics. I'm taking this purple tone and just kind of outlining the shape that I want. Her lids are pretty high, so I'm just really doing a rough draft of that right now. Once I was happy with the shape, I'm going in and just filling in my new lids. Where the glue was on my brows, took the powder a little different than my eyelids. So I start off using a brush and then I end up just giving up and using my fingertip and just really packing that in all over. Going in with a deeper tone purple, I am just working this along the outside edges to add a little bit of definition. And once I have that done, I go in and lay, it's like a white silvery kind of color in the center of my lid just to kind of give that a little highlight. So we have a little bit of depth and a little bit of interest in the eye. Using an angled brush and an auburn toned powder, I'm going and creating my new brows. Hers are pretty thin and not very long, so I just had a picture for reference, so have one of those handy and then just kind of mimic the way that her brows are. Going in with my black liquid liner, I am just creating a very thin line. She doesn't have anything too dramatic, so I do a tiny baby wing, also bringing it into the inner corners just to add some definition and to just prep for where our lashes are going to be going over top. Her lashes kind of wing out on the side, so the lashes that I chose were very short on the inner corner, but just had a nice flare to the outer corner. Now going in with the boob contour, I'm just taking this little brush just to outline everything, and then going in with this fluffier brush. And then I put a little bit more of my contour powder on that brush, and then just keep buffing it until you can't even tell. Going in with a highlighter, this is just to kind of make it pop a little bit, so I'm putting a little bit on the inner boob part and the chest. Going back in with more contour, this is just adding a little bit more definition and further buffing out everything. I also take this on the sides because if you look at any reference photo of Jessica Rabbit, she has a very serious boob area. Now for the lips, I am taking this High Shine gloss from Too Faced. It's their Melted Latex line, and her lips are not like super wide, if that makes sense. So I am just kind of keeping this more towards the center and then just kind of going out from there just a little bit. I'm not overlining. I'm just kind of mimicking my own lip line, but just, I don't know, you want that like little cute pout. Now I'm going to take my wig cap and my lace front, and I'm just going to put this on, get it situated. This is the first lace front wig that I've ever had, and honestly I was so obsessed. It like blends in with my skin perfectly. So I go ahead and kind of just brush out parts of this, and I wanted a little bit more height in the front because she has a nice little swoop. So I'm taking that right now and just back combing it really nicely, and then on the top outer layer just kind of smoothing it out just a little bit, so you're not brushing out your T's entirely, but you're also making it look like you didn't just roll out of bed. Now all we need are our purple gloves, and we are good to go. We are officially Jessica Rabbit. So this is the final look. If you guys like this video, please subscribe or give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of the characters this week, and thank you for watching.